Philando Castile was shot and killed after being pulled over for a busted taillight. And the officer, Geronimo Yanez, was found not guilty. Now, that part of the story actually came out about a week ago. But I didn't cover it yet because the jury said not guilty. I remembered the original video, the live stream on Facebook video where his girlfriend was recording everything that happened, but her recording started just after the shooting. And I remember going, that doesn't look good. It looks bad. It looks like the officer basically committed murder. And we covered it at the time. But then when the jury came out and said not guilty, I thought, okay, come on. There has to be something that we, the general public, is missing that we didn't see that the jury did see. Because there's no other explanation for finding that guy not guilty. Is that there's got to be something where they went, see, there you go. He did reach for the gun or whatever. Well, the opposite happened. So they released the dash cam video, and I cannot believe my eyes, and I cannot believe the verdict. You watch and judge for yourself.
Well, sir. Good. How are you? Good. Reason I pulled you over, your brake lights are out. So you only have one active brake light, and that's going to be your passenger side one. Your third brake light, which is up here on top, and on this one back here, is going to be out. You have your license and insurance?
Tell you, I do have a firearm on me.
Don't reach for it then. Don't pull it
out.
Don't pull it out.
You just killed my boyfriend. That wasn't me. He wasn't reaching.
Don't pull it out!
He wasn't.
Don't move! Fuck!
Oh man, I can't believe you just did that. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Don't move!
Oh my
Don't
God.
move!
Oh my God. I'm shaking.
Don't move!
Don't move, baby.
Code 3! Get the baby girl out of here!
Don't move,
Fuck!
sir.
Don't move!
Don't move, babe, please.
Fuck!
Whatever you
6921, get back here, code 3! Shots fired! Fuck!
Stay with me.
Medics, code 3!
We got pulled over for a busted tail light in the back. And the police,
Fuck!
he's scared. They took my boyfriend. His license, he's carried his license to carry. He was trying to get out his ID and his wallet out his pocket. And he let the officer know that he had a firearm and he was reaching for his wallet. And the officer just got him.
What the fuck was the jury thinking? What were they thinking? They saw that video. I mean, that's like the Walter Scott one. Remember the Walter Scott where the guy's running away and the cop like casually takes out the gun and shoots the guy in the back and murders him? Like, that's what that was like. Okay. He says, Philando Castile says, sir, I just need to let you know, because I think you're required to do this by law, by the way, if you're pulled over by an officer, if you're stopped by an officer. I just want to let you know I have a firearm on me. So he's letting the guy know, like, that's the situation. And he's going for his wallet, and he's like, don't reach for it. He's like, I'm not reaching for it. And he's going for his wallet, and then he just guns the guy down. 7 shots. Every moment of that was infuriating. First of all, he's just being pulled over for a broken taillight. Okay, like, should you get that fixed? Sure. But don't... Like, this is what the cops are doing. I'm pretty sure there's some more serious shit going on elsewhere. Let me follow people. You got a broken taillight. That's like, you were going 7 miles an hour over the speed limit. You don't have fucking some better shit to do? Pull a guy over for a broken taillight and he ends up dead. okay, so I'm just trying to wrap my mind around this. He goes up, Philando Castile's being totally polite, you know, I just gotta let you know, sir, I have a firearm on me. Don't reach for it, don't reach for it. I'm not. Lights him up. Now, you're to tell me that after he politely said, sir, I have a firearm on me, with his girlfriend right next to him and a kid in the back seat, when he was just pulled over for a broken taillight, he's gonna reach for a gun and try to shoot the officer when there's another officer to the right of him as well. That's no. If you believe that, you're an idiot. If you believe that, you're an idiot. And I think everybody on the jury was just duped by a defense lawyer, basically, who talks a good game. But still, the fact that people couldn't... I mean, that's like one of the clearest videos I've ever... That guy is guilty as could be. And then look at the rest of the stuff that happened. After you shoot the guy 7 times and he's laying there dying, you're standing there with the gun on him. You know, this goes back to a point that's been made over and over. And I have to say, there's appears to be a lot of evidence for it, because I've certainly seen it in many of these shooting cases where, like, the cops ascribe superhuman strength to young black males. Like, they think, like what? What do you fucking think, he's Superman? You just shot the guy 7 times, he's laying there bleeding out, and you're gonna keep the gun on? What the fuck do you think is gonna happen? What's gonna happen? What's he gonna come back and, oh yeah, now I'm gonna take the gun out and shoot you, even though I'm laying here dying, bleeding out? Staying there with the gun on him. And then also, you're telling me this guy's fit to be an officer? First of all, he does the shooting, and then after he's screaming, fuck. Like, fuck, 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 ah, ah, ah. That guy should be an officer? That guy shouldn't have ever been an officer. Ever, ever, ever. He's unfit. That's not a job for him. It's just not a job for him. It's not. It's just not a job for a guy like that. There was a baby in the back, man. There was a baby in the back seat. By the way, we covered stories at the time of Philando Castile. He was, like, across the board, he was viewed as an amazing guy. He worked at a school. He knew all the kids by name. He would give them a fist pump in the morning. Fist pump, fist bump. My incredible whiteness just showed there. Jeez, man. I can't believe the jury said not guilty. Oh, and also, after the fact, I think it was the night of the shooting, or maybe in a different night, there was a picture taken of this officer. They zoomed in on his little wristband thing. It said, "Police lives matter." Wonderful. So you got somebody who's armed, patrolling the streets with a victim complex. You know, that's what, let's be serious. That's what that is. Blue lives matter, police lives matter. That's the cops being special little snowflakes and pretending like the system is so biased against them, when in reality, what happens? In reality, they do a crime, and apparently they're above the law, because, what, over 90% of the time, over 95% of the time, maybe over 99% of the time, they get off. And of course, you know, they usually know the prosecutors, and the prosecutors, like, throw the case in order to help their buddy out. That's why we need special prosecutors, by the way. As a matter of federal law, it should be the case. There was zero justice in this case, man. Zero justice. And then, of course, what was the last dodge of the guilty ass cop and the system was, oh, we got to bring up, he had marijuana in his system. If anything, that further makes our case. Because a guy high on weed, maybe, by the way, weed stays in your system for like a month, so he could have smoked a while before. But a guy maybe high on weed, pulled over for a busted taillight, girlfriend next to him, baby in the back, after saying, "Officer, I have a firearm, I just want to let you know." He's gonna morph into Wild Bill Hickok when he's high, which, by the way, you're high on weed, you don't get aggressive. You get relaxed, he's going to pull out a gun and start shooting at a cop, and then with another cop to his right. What the fuck was the jury thinking? That's unbelievable, man. That's either the dumbest jury in the world or the best defense lawyer in the world, or both. Or it was rigged and the process was rigged from the beginning and they were throwing the case and yada yada. That's very likely too, because like I said, usually the prosecutors know the cops and then they hook their buddies up. But this guy is a loathsome scumbag. He should have never been an officer. Is there anybody who could look at that shooting and go, yeah, totally justified? Looking at all the facts we have available and the way it unfolded, to me, that's as guilty as it gets. And even if you say, well, come on, he didn't have malice intent. You could say, maybe he is just really like a genuine, jumpy little bitch, and he really thought that in that scenario, he was pulling out the gun. Even if you think that, okay, but that's why we have manslaughter charges. You killed a person, but you didn't necessarily have the malice intent. That's what manslaughter is. So there's a case there for murder, and then if you say, well, that's too ambitious because of the intent angle of it, okay, then manslaughter. But I don't see what the fuck else. What else? What do we... That was justified? You think that was justified? Please. And even if you say, nah, come on, he was really reaching for the weapon. Which, again, given all the facts there and how he was talking, and what, no way, I don't think so at all. But, hey, bitch, taser, look into it. And at least we'd be having a conversation now about police brutality while Philando Castile is alive. Instead, he's dead. And this guy, no consequences, totally free man. An absolute tragedy.